Hello and good evening. Welcome to the virtual transfer fair for all Virginia students, sponsored by the Virginia Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Counselors and StriveScan. Thank you for joining us tonight. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. You can direct your questions to a specific school or schools, or you can leave a more general question for all of our representatives to answer. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. And this is just one of many sessions that have been happening. We hope you've joined us for earlier programs and also for our last session tonight. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at the same website where you registered, strivescan.com/Virginia. You'll also find recordings of all of your other presentations that have been presented as part of the transfer fair programming. I'd now like to turn it over to our presenters. We are in block B2. So our first school tonight that we'll be hearing from is Longwood University.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, everybody. My name is Waleed, and I am the transfer counselor at Longwood University. And let's just start talking about Longwood already. So just a quick overview of Longwood University. Longwood University is located in Central Virginia. We are located in a small town called Farmville. We are about an hour and a half away from Richmond, 2 hours away from Roanoke, about 2.5 hours away from Virginia Beach, and about 3 hours away from in the middle of a lot of things. We are a 4-year public liberal arts and sciences. We have about 5,000 undergraduate.
I'm sorry to pop right back in, but your sound is you're loud and then you're sounding really quiet. So I'm not sure if it's where you are in relation to your speaker, but or your microphone. We're having a little bit of trouble when it fades.
Hold on, let me. How does it sound now?
It's quiet, but it sounds more consistent. So.
Okay, I will try maybe to speak louder. All right. So
that's good. That's really good and loud. Yeah.
All right, perfect. So as I mentioned earlier, that we have about 5,000 undergraduate students and about 1,000 graduate students. Our student faculty ratio, as you can see on the screen here, is about 14:1, and our average class size is about 18. But when you look at this number, it tells you that in a classroom at Longwood, you are going to be known by your name, not just a number in a classroom. I always like to give an example of my personal experience since I was a transfer student myself. Like I remember when back home where I come from in Cairo, Egypt, and I remember that I studied there for 2 years and I decided to transfer to Longwood, but I needed a recommendation letter from my school in Cairo, Egypt, which the average class size of it was about 300 students, very, very large school. And when I went to one of my professors, he didn't even recognize me when I asked him for a recommendation letter. I had to remind him which class I was in, which grade, all this kind of stuff. And then when I transferred to Longwood, average class size was about 18. Like the largest class I had was about 27. So I had that one-on-one time I needed with my professors. They knew me by my name and everything. Also tells you that all our labs are taught by professors, not by like teaching assistants or graduate assistants. So again, you'll all get that one-on-one time you need. Our ethnic diversity is about 20%. We have 70% female and 30% male. And we have students from more than 20 countries represented along with. For areas of studies, we have more than 100 majors, minors, and concentrations. And I always get asked, so what is Longwood is known for? What are the top 5 popular programs at Longwood? And number 1 will be education. Well, Longwood University was founded in 1839. It was all-female school to become teachers. So we're so big in education. Of course, now we're co-ed. Back in the day, we are known for graduating educators. There is no matter which school you go to in Virginia, you'll find at least one teacher or counselor who went to Longwood. Number 2 will be a nursing program. Our nursing program is a direct entry program. We are ranked number 1 in the nation for that program. We have a multi-million-dollar simulation lab for nursing students. We have dolls that they can practice on, they bleed, they give birth. I've seen that, it's really fascinating. Number 3 will be our business administration program. Our business administration program is accredited by something called the AACSB, which is the Association to Advance Collegiate School of Business. And only 175 schools worldwide could maintain that accreditation, and we are one of them. So it's a huge for Longwood. Number 4 will be criminal justice. Number 5 will be psychology, because of the number of students who come out from those programs and get jobs with, like, say, the local police and some governmental agencies as well. Something unique about Longwood that not a lot of people know about is we are NCAA Division I school. We became NCAA Division I school in 2007, and we started competing in something called the Big South Conference in 2012. So we get a little bit competitive. We are known for our basketball program, basketball team, and our softball team. Our softball team, won the 4 out of the last 5 Big South Conference championships. So they're the strongest team we have on campus. And all of our games are free for our students with their student IDs. You don't have to pay to watch the games or anything. And some of our games get broadcasted on TV, so it's very, very competitive sometimes. We also have more than 175 clubs and organizations on campus. So anything you could think of, from dancing, singing, acting, like really biking, outdoor clubs, we have it all along with. And we allow you, if you have an idea for a club or an organization that we do not have on campus, to start your own club. All it takes is just 8 other students. We also have 22 fraternities and sororities on campus. Since Longwood University was founded all-female school back in the day in 1839, 4 national sororities were founded on our campus. All right, let's talk about the admissions process quick. So if you'd like to apply to Longwood, you can apply on our website. We have our own application, or you can apply on the Common App, whatever works best for you. And then we will ask you a question. If you have less than 23 college credits and you would like to transfer, then we will ask you to send your high school transcript and your college transcript. If you have more than that, more than 23 college credits, then you only need to send an official copy of your college transcript for every higher institution you enrolled in after graduating high school. And then you will receive a decision within 10 to 15 business days. So this is the admission process. Very simple. Let's talk about costs and tuition. If you are in the state, if you're from Virginia, you'll be looking at about $26,000 a year. That's a whole package, so tuition and room and board. And if you're from out of state, it will be a little bit more. But we do help with scholarships, especially for transfer students. Along with, we offer a free housing award. So housing award, how it works, if you apply, if you're thinking about coming for spring, so if you apply before December 1st, you'll be considered to receive one housing award one time. So you basically you get to live on campus for an entire year for free. It's approximately about $10,000. The only thing you need to do is purchase a meal plan, since you'll be living on campus. And I can give you more information about the housing award if you contact me. We are open for in-person, and we have a lot of virtual options, visits and everything. So if you're interested to come visit Longwood, come to our campus, or if you want to do like any virtual sessions, please go to the link, go to longwood.edu/visit. And if you have any questions later on, this is our contact information. If you'd like to call us, text us, or if you'd like to email us, this is our contact information. Again, thank you so much for attending tonight, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Walid, for sharing more about Longwood University. Our next school that we'll hear from is Baldwin University.
Sorry, my computer is glitching for some reason.
That's okay.
I think I've got it now.
All right. I was going to say, yes. It is, looks good. You sound good. We can hear you. So back on track.
Awesome. Well, hi, everyone. My name is Carly Fagan, and I'm the transfer admissions counselor here at Mary Baldwin. And I want to start off with what's really important to us at MBU, and that's our students. Our goal is to help you find your fit, and Michaela is a student who found hers here, and this is what she has to say about us. I dealt with a lot of insecurity in middle school and high school, and I was content to hide in the background of every class. Coming to MBU, where some of my classes only had about 12 people, meant that I was given the chance to speak up and feel comfortable sharing my thoughts among a class filled with my peers. If you're looking for a school that will make you as an individual feel special, then MBU is the place for you. By putting our students first at Mary Baldwin, we want to take what you learn in the class and apply it to the real world. We have wonderful academic opportunities from the moment you step foot on campus. Students are able to complete internships starting their freshman year, and student senior year, they all complete a senior capstone project. We have many leadership opportunities on campus available to everyone, over 50 clubs and organizations, as well as Division III athletics. Mary Baldwin is located 1 block away from downtown Stanton, which was voted one of the top 20 best small towns in America, as well as one of America's best main streets. MBU is one of the most ethnically diverse campuses. Our class of 2022 is 58% students of color, and our campus is represented by students from 39 states and 6 different countries. Mary Baldwin is a small university located in Stanton, Virginia. MBU offers over 50 majors and minors, as well as 11 graduate degree programs. We have roughly 1,000 undergraduate students, an average class size of 17, and an 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio. With class sizes this small, our goal is to make sure you're a great fit for the university, all while finding your calling while you're here. We are proud to offer a few very distinctive programs for women at MBU. Our College for Women is a unique program available exclusively to young women on Mary Baldwin's campus, even though we are a co-ed university. This program is women-centered and it builds strengths and develops leadership skills. Another great opportunity we have at MBU is our VWEL program. VWEL stands for Virginia Women's Institute for Leaders and is the nation's only all-female Corps of Cadets in the country. This program builds leadership skills as well as prepares students to enter into the military upon graduation as an officer if they choose to serve. Additionally, MBU offers unique leadership programs specifically designed for African American women. IWLs is a community for women of African descent who want to explore culture, identity, leadership, and civic engagement as a foundation for their active participation in the college community. All right, now about the admissions process. Our applications are open and you're able to apply through our website directly or the Common App. It's free to apply to MBU and we have rolling admissions. Once you receive your application and transcripts, you can expect to hear an admissions decision within 2 weeks. When applying, we require students to submit an unofficial transcript with a minimum GPA of a 2.0 in order to be admitted. If you have less than 24 credits, we also need your high school transcripts and we will accept up to 84 credit hours when you're transferring in. I work directly with the registrar's office to determine how your credits will transfer in based on your intended area of study. Our goal at Mary Baldwin is to provide you with an affordable private university education. All students who are accepted receive merit-based scholarships based on their GPA. This year, our merit scholarships range from $16,000 to $22,000, and you'll get that amount every single year you're here at MBU. 95% of our students receive financial aid and scholarships, and students can start expecting financial aid packages as early as this month. We had a meeting today, and hopefully they'll be going out next week. Thank you all so much for attending. If you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'd love to hear from you.
Thank you so much, Carly, for sharing more about Mary Baldwin University. Our next school will be Marymount University.
Hi, everyone. My name is Taylor Loki, and I'm the International Missions Counselor at Marymount University, and I work with undergraduate students as well as transfer students. So a little bit about Marymount University. My computer's loading. Uh-oh. Okay, not sure what's going on right here.
Taylor, would you,
Okay, it just went.
Do you want to continue or would you like me to have the next school go and give you a couple more minutes to?
Oh no, I'm perfectly fine.
Okay.
There's a little glitch there.
Just wanted to double check.
Alrighty, and so a little bit about Marymount University. Marymount is a comprehensive Catholic university and liberal arts university located in Arlington, Virginia. It's guided by the traditions of the Religious of Sacred Heart of Mary, and it emphasizes intellectual curiosity, service to others, and global perspective. We were founded in 1950 as an all-women's school, but since then we have migrated and we are now co-ed. So a little bit about Marymount University. We are a very small school, so we have that intimate environment, and that's something I really love about Marymount because it helps you formulate those relationships with your mentors and with your professors. Our average class size is 17, and then our student to faculty ratio is 12:1. We're about 6 miles from Washington, D.C., and so that's a really unique opportunity because we are the smallest school in the Washington, D.C. area. So because of that, you have your home, away from the big city, but you're also very close to internships in all of the metro stops. And this also gives you opportunities to be able to have those really high-end internships in Washington, D.C. to make you very competitive moving forward in the job search. So a little bit about our majors here at Marymount. We have over 30 majors and several minor tracks as well. Our top majors I would like to highlight are fashion design, our nursing, as well as IT and computer science. We have 2 campuses. One campus is our traditional campus in Arlington, Virginia. The other one is still located in Arlington, Virginia. However, it is located in our new Ballston Center. Ballston Center is a state-of-the-art wall to ceiling window facility. It's definitely very beautiful on the outside. It looks like a Fortune 500 company, and it's very innovative with our technology. We have a ticker room for those of you who are interested in business and finance and the stock market. And so we are up to date in technology in that building for those students who are really interested in the IT career field. And another unique part about Marymount, we actually have accelerated master's programs. So there's several different programs that I would like to highlight here. Our MBA program, you can get your MBA in 5 years for several of our different majors, including business and communication. We also have several partnerships with other schools in the area as well. So for those of you who are interested in going to law school, we do have a partnership with Catholic University, Columbus School of Law, and that would enable you to get your law degree and your bachelor's degree in 6 years instead of 7. And going off the internship, so it is guaranteed that you'll have an internship and you will have that be a requirement to graduate from Marymount. And because of the location that we're in, as you can see here, there's several Fortune 500 companies that are available in our back door. One of them that I would like to highlight is Amazon. We have several students who actually get internships at Amazon every single year. And it is in commutable distance to Marymount University, which is really unique. Several of our students who potentially are criminal justice get internships with the CIA and over at the Pentagon. So the location is definitely prime when it comes to students who are looking to get into really competitive companies such as these. Going off our admissions requirements, here's a little bit of a look at our transfer requirements. And so completed application, Common App, or the MU app, we do have 2 different applications we accept through. We also have a $50 non-refundable application fee. We do require your official transcript to come from your high school counselor or your college counselor. As well as 1 letter of recommendation is required, preferably from a professor or anyone that's worked with you in your educational journey. And then a personal essay is required from the topic of your choice. And this is really important to us because we have a holistic review process. And so we really want to get to know you as a person and what type of person you will be at Marymount University. So a little bit about our scholarships here for our transfer scholarship opportunities. As you can see, it is based on your GPA. So transferring in, you can get anywhere from $10,000 to $16,000. So it's more so dependent on your GPA. We also do have several other scholarships, such as like the PTK scholarship, but obviously those are determined based on your involvement at the institution that you come from. Study abroad is a really big part about Marymount when we're not in COVID times. I would say about 50% of our students do study abroad in some way, whether that's a semester abroad, short term, or a summer term as well. So you can kind of see here a little bit of the places our students have gone to. And once again, it's very important for our students to be globally enriched. And several of our clubs and organizations, you can see here, I really want to highlight some of the organizations here. Our fashion club is a really, really popular one that we have at Marymount. Our fashion design students every spring throw a fashion show, and several designers actually come and watch that fashion show, which is really, really awesome for their portfolio work. And then we are Division III. We have several different sports teams. So we have baseball, basketball, cross country, golf, lacrosse, soccer, swimming, tennis, track, and volleyball. I will say our students love attending our basketball games. And then lacrosse is definitely up and coming for Marymount especially. So if anyone has any questions, you can contact me at tloki@marymount.edu, or you can contact our other transfer admissions counselor, Benjamin Blue, at bblue@marymount.edu. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Taylor, for sharing more about Marymount. Our next school will be Old Dominion University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Victoria Herrick, and I am the Transfer Admissions Counselor here at Old Dominion University. Thank you all for joining us this evening. I'd like to start off with a little bit of background information about ODU. So we were founded in 1930 as part of the College of William and Mary and gained our own university standing in 1969. So we are a relatively younger institution, which leads to our innovative nature. And we're located in the heart of coastal Virginia in Norfolk. To give you guys some fast facts on the university, we do have about 25,000 students currently enrolled. However, don't be overwhelmed by that number. That number does include our online learners as well as graduate students. So the number of undergraduate students on campus is closer to about 16,000, which does allow us to have smaller class sizes with about a 17-to-1 student to faculty ratio, which is great because it allows you to have easier access to your professor for questions and tutoring, and then also form connections with your peers. The 7 there signifies the number of academic colleges we have. And beyond our academic colleges, we also have an honors college as well as a graduate school. For anyone who's not really familiar with what an academic college is, this is essentially where you will be placed based on your major. So for example, if you are an accounting major, you would be working with our College of Business and have access to faculty members and advisors within that college so they can specifically help you with your major throughout your time at ODU. The 33 signifies the number of Chev awards that we've received. And for anyone who's not familiar with Chev, Chev is the highest award that a faculty member can receive in the state of Virginia. And we are second to only one other institution in the state. And that institution is the College of William and Mary. And they have a couple 100-year start on us. So for us to be number 2, we're really proud of that. And hopefully we'll take that number 1 spot soon. The 98 at the bottom there signifies the number of undergraduate majors that we offer. So there's a lot of different majors to choose from throughout our 7 academic colleges. And beyond that, we do also offer minors, which I like to point out that your minor does not have to be related to your major. So you could be interested in majoring in business, but maybe still be interested in theater and potentially minor in theater. So it allows you a lot of flexibility as far as your academics go. This is some information about our student life. So if you are planning to be involved on campus, we do have over 300 student organizations and then over 30 fraternities, sororities, and multicultural organizations. And these are so broad and vary across the board. So of course we have more academically focused organizations and clubs, such as a young entrepreneur club and a women engineering club. But then we also have clubs that are just for students that have like-minded interests. For example, we have a gaming club where students get together and game in our web center, as well as a waffle club. So if you just like eating waffles, come hang out with some other friends on campus and do so. If you're planning to live on campus, we do have over 14 housing options, which varies from your typical suite style in a residence hall where you would be sharing a room with a roommate and then have a shared bathroom in the room, to apartment style, which is just as it sounds. You would have an apartment with your own room and then just have the shared common spaces and the shared bathroom. We have over 17 dining locations on campus. Many of the dining locations are located in our web center for easy access in between classes, such as Pizza Hut, Panda Express, Steak and Shake, Chick-fil-A. We also have dining commons, which are buffet style, where you would swipe in with your meal plan and then you can just eat as much as you would like as long as you're there. And we also have eateries that are across the street from us that also accept meal plan swipes, such as Hair of the Dog. To give a little bit of information about the admissions process, you can apply using our ODU application or the Common App. There will be a $50 application fee. And then once you submit your application, you will be required to submit official transcripts from any institution you've attended. As long as you have at least 24 credit hours, those are the only items we will need to review your application for admission. However, if you have less than 24 credit hours, we will also need an official high school transcript. And you have some optional items you can include if you would like those to be reviewed, such as a recommendation letter, resume, or personal essay. We do accept applications on a rolling basis, which means we will accept and review applications throughout the semester. And if you are coming from a Virginia community college, we do have specific articulation agreements and guaranteed admission if you have a 2.5 GPA and at least 24 transferable credit hours. Information on our tuition can be found on this slide. So we have the in-state cost on one side and the out-of-state on the other. On campus is listed on top and off campus on the bottom. I like to tell students this is the most you will pay out of pocket. This is before any sort of financial aid, scholarships, military benefits, anything like that is factored in. So this is the absolute most you would pay out of pocket. And this is also based on 15 credit hours per semester. So this, may not be the exact tuition you would be paying, which is why I always direct students to use our cost estimator online, where you can plug in how many credit hours you plan to take each semester. If you're on campus, off campus, you can even select your specific housing and select a meal plan, so you get a more accurate estimate of what your tuition costs will be. And here is our information to connect with us. So always feel free to reach out to us via email or give us a call, and also follow us on social media to see what's going on at ODU.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing more about Old Dominion University. Our next school tonight will be Radford University.
All right, good evening, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. My name is Whitney Pitchkey, and I am one of the Regional Assistant Directors of Admission for Radford University. So even though I represent Radford, I actually live in the Hampton Roads area, and I work with all freshmen and transfer students who are coming from the Hampton Roads and Tidewater area. So just to give you a little bit of background about Radford, Radford is a mid-sized comprehensive research university located right in the heart of the New River Valley, right in between the Appalachian Mountains and the Blue Ridge Mountains, right along the New River. Our total enrollment is just over about 9,000 students. So we're not a huge university, but we're not a super small university. We're sort of a mid-sized campus. In terms of our male-female breakdown, we're about 57% female, 43% male, which is pretty much on par with the national average. And our first generation population is about 32% of our undergraduate student body. As far as our academic programs go, your classes will typically be around 30 or so students. The average class is about 29. Some of these classes actually could get smaller as you get more in depth in your major. Faculty to student ratio is about 16:1, and you are working directly with professors at Radford. So less than 3% of classes are taught by graduate assistants or teaching assistants. You are working directly with your professors. They are your teachers, they are your academic advisors. They will be a huge part of your undergraduate experience. So we've got about 108 different academic programs, all housed within seven different colleges that we have on campus. So feel free to go to our website for a full list of all of our majors, minors, and concentration areas. But just to highlight a couple of them, some of our most popular programs are our School of Nursing, our School of Education. We actually were founded in 1910 as a school for teachers, so we have continued to cultivate and foster our education program. So that's a very strong program that we have. The College of Visual and Performing Arts is it's a smaller program, but a small and very mighty program. Our business school has also become a very popular program over the years. And then in addition to all of the 7 colleges that we have on our main campus, we also do have some courses that we teach out of our Roanoke Higher Education Center for any student who lives in Roanoke and wants to take advantage of that opportunity. And we also have a partnership with Radford University Carilion, which is located in Roanoke, and it is our allied healthcare campus. And you're actually going to hear from my colleague who is representing RUC in just a few minutes. But definitely feel free to check out more information about our majors and minors on our website. So next up, we'll talk about campus life, because campus life is obviously so important. The academic experience is why you come to college, but you can learn so much and grow so much in your campus engagement as well. So we give you plenty of opportunities to get involved on campus and continue that work that you're doing in the classroom outside of the classroom as well. So there really is a little bit of something for everyone. We are a Division I collegiate athletic program in the Big South Conference. We have 16 varsity sports. We also have club and intramural sports as well. We have over 300 clubs and organizations. So this would be your Greek life organizations, student volunteer and service organizations, student religious organizations. So really anything that you're interested in getting involved with, we've got on campus. We do have the opportunity, though, if there is something very specific that you want that you haven't been able to find within our student organizations, it's very, very easy to start your own club or organization. Living on campus is something that is open to all of our students, and many students do choose to live on campus. Transfer students do not have to live on campus, but many students actually will take advantage of the apartments that Radford owns and operates in the city of Radford. So many of our transfer students take that option because they can still have a Radford housing experience, but not actually live right on campus. They're a little bit removed. The nice thing with this, though, is that if you live in one of the Radford apartments, you are still paying for your housing cost, and with your total cost of attendance, you're not paying for rent and monthly utilities, month to month. So everything is taken care of right at the beginning of the semester. We also do have a transfer housing community within our residential community. So any student who is interested in living on campus and living specifically with other transfer students, we do have a really amazing housing community. And we also have additional living learning communities as well, including our honors college. Our School of Education has a living learning community called Schoolhouse. There is one for all of our campus artists who are in the College of Visual and Performing Arts. So lots of ways for you to live on campus if you would like to do so. So talking a little bit about the cost of education. So our total cost of attendance for an in-state student is just under $21,000 for the year, and that's tuition fees, room, and your meal plan. If you're an out-of-state student, you're looking at just around $33,000, and that again includes the tuition fees, room, and your meal plan. Now, if you hop over to the next statistic there on the slide, you'll see that about 78% of students receive some form of aid. So very few students are paying that full sticker price. If you are interested in receiving need-based financial aid or being reviewed for need-based financial aid, definitely make sure that you complete your FAFSA. Our financial aid office will review that, and they can typically get you a financial aid package turned around about a week to 2 weeks after you receive your admission offer. We also have transfer scholarships that every single transfer student is reviewed for when you apply. So there is no separate application that you have to complete in order to be reviewed for our transfer merit scholarships. It's not on the slide, but we also do have some additional foundation scholarships that are open to all students. And as soon as you have your offer of admission, you are able to apply for a foundation scholarship to give you even more additional, or get you some additional funds for your education. Finally, the application is online. You can go through the common application or Radford specific application. Either one is fine with us. It is free to apply, so either application is no cost to you. And then in addition, we need your official college transcripts from each institution that you have attended, and a high school transcript if you have have not taken a college level math course, or you have less than 24 college credits. We also need your high school transcript. And it is a rolling admissions basis. We will basically let you know within about 3 to 4 weeks of your admission offer. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out and let us know, but I really appreciate you being with us tonight, and you're going to hear from my colleague at RUC in just a minute.
Yeah. Thanks, Whitney, for sharing more about Radford and also giving a little preview to your colleague. Next, representing Radford University, Carilion.
Okay, hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you, Whitney, for introducing Radford main campus as well as RUC. So I do just want to start off by giving a little bit of history. So we were founded in 1911 as Lewis Gale School of Nursing. So Radford University Carilion has been educating healthcare professionals in the Roanoke Valley for over 100 years. We're Virginia's first hospital-affiliated college, and we are the top producer of healthcare professionals in Southwest Virginia, and we are in the top 10 for the Commonwealth. Our total student population is just under 1,100, and here students are provided rigorous real-world learning environment at one of the most forward-thinking academic health centers in the nation. Radford University and Carilion Clinic created a public-private partnership that gives students access to state-of-the-art facilities, access to practicing clinicians, and we offer clinical opportunities all within our campus facility. RUC is the health science campus of Radford University. Our students are part of the Radford community, so they have access to classes, clubs, activities on the main campus. So just to show you where we're located, we are located in Roanoke, Virginia. It's a city of around 100,000. We're framed by the mountains of Virginia's Blue Ridge. Within the area, it offers 600 miles of trails for those looking for outdoor adventure. Within walking distance of main campus, you can find lively downtown with museums, restaurants, shopping, and nightlife. Our campus is located inside of Carilion Community Hospital in the heart of downtown Roanoke at the beginning of the Health Sciences and Technology Innovation Corridor, which includes the Fralin Biomedical Research Institute and the RAMP Regional Accelerator. So just to go over some of our programs, so we do offer associate's programs, bachelor's, master's, and doctoral programs. So one of our associate's programs is the Occupational Therapy Assistant Program. This is actually the oldest program in the state and offers 100% career placement. We also offer a Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Science, and this prepares students for like pre-med, pre-vet, pre-dentistry. And within this major, you are offered 2 semesters of cadaver-based human gross anatomy. If you're interested in pursuing our physical or physician's assistant program, we do offer 7 interview spots per year to RUC graduates. We also have one of the 13 emergency services baccalaureate programs in the nation, and this comes with the opportunity for over 1,000 hours of patient care, and this also has a 100% career placement. We also have 3 different nursing programs that all end with your Bachelor of Science in Nursing. So we have pre-licensure, post-licensure, which is RN to BSN, and then we have pre-licensure. So that is for students who are coming with a bachelor's. To go over some of our admissions requirements, specifically for transfers, we're looking for all of your official transcripts from all colleges and universities you've attended. This does include dual enrollment if you took that in high school. But we're looking for at least 1 college English, 1 college math. This may be program specific. And then either you can take 1 college anatomy and physiology, or you can take a combination of 1 biology and 1 chemistry. And you do need to have all of these be a C or better. And then if you have fewer than 24 college credits, we also will need your high school transcript. So students come to Radford University for many reasons: high quality healthcare education, top faculty, small class size, state-of-the-art labs. What they also find is rich culture, active lifestyle, and people passionate about what they love to do, whether it's in the operating room or on the Appalachian Trail. We do have student clubs, so a couple of examples of those are American Medical Student Association and the Student Nursing Organization. So we do offer housing. Now, housing is not required, but we do have apartment-style housing in the historic Patrick Henry building in downtown Roanoke. It's newly remodeled Art Deco style facility right across the street from campus. And as a resident of the Patrick Henry, you have access to a fitness center that has cardio, weightlifting, free weights, and an Xbox Connect. And there are also private food vendors on the ground level. So how can you apply? You can start by going to radford.edu/apply. We do have a free application, and then we are accepting apps for spring and fall. And here's just some of our contact information. So for admissions, you have RUC admissions at radford.edu, financial aid, RUC financial aid at radford.edu. We are having tours, so if you're interested, give us a call, shoot us an email, and we will get you set up for that. But we're definitely here to help. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Thanks, guys.
Oh, thank you so much, Rebecca, for sharing Radford University Carilion with all of our viewers. All right, well, we just have a couple minutes before we wrap it up. If I could have every presenter, if you wouldn't mind turning your camera back on and joining us back in the group. Thanks, y'all. So just to wrap us up tonight, I would love each one of you to share. We'll go around in the same order that you presented and share a fun or unique or interesting fact, something you really love about your campus community that maybe doesn't always make your presentation, but is something that would give everyone a little more insight into the experience there. We'll start with Longwood. And as the first person ahead of you finishes, just feel free to unmute your mic and give your answer. Thanks.
Sure, thanks, Jennifer. So something unique about Longwood, there's so many things that's very unique about Longwood, but since we are in the middle, the country is in the middle of like counting votes and everything. So actually Longwood was the only school that hosted the vice presidential debate in 2016. And it was really huge because we had about 600 of our students volunteered, and some of them got internships like Fox News sit in. So it was huge for Longwood and the whole community of Farmville and Virginia in general. That's it, thank you.
Awesome. Well, something pretty cool at Mary Baldwin is that we have a free semester many students don't know about. We call it our May term. So it's already built into all students' tuition. So a lot of times students will pick, a class that they're really not looking forward to taking, or the hardest class that they may have coming up. And they take that during their May term, and it's already built into the tuition, so you don't have to pay any extra to take that class.
Hey, Taylor from Marymount. Oh, maybe we've lost Taylor. So we'll
here.
Oh, great.
Why my camera's having all these technical difficulties.
2020 on Zoom. It happens to all of us.
Oh, I know, right? I'm sorry.
We can hear you. Sure.
Okay.
We can hear you. A fun, unique, interesting fact, something that you don't always get to share, but gives some extra little insight into the experience at your school.
Yeah, so since I'm an international counselor there, we have a very large international presence, and we think that's Washington, D.C. being in close proximity, but we're about 20% international. We were just voted by U.S. News and World Report best campus in the South for international students. So that's a really unique fact. So if there's any transfer students out there, it's definitely a really great place if you're looking to feel like you're around other people who are not, used to being in the United States. We have several different programs. We have our international student services, and they throw an entire orientation for all of our international students, as well as they help introduce everyone together and help facilitate clubs. So that's a really cool part of our global perspective aspect of Marymount.
I would say for Old Dominion University, we have a very diverse student population, which is unique to us, especially for transfer students. So about 40% of our student population are transfer students, and about 25% of our student population is military affiliated, which is really unique. We are located near the largest naval base in the world, Norfolk Naval Base. So it leads us to have a lot of different types of students with a lot of different backgrounds, which is really great. So students can come together from all over and learn something from each other.
So something fun about Radford is that the southwestern part of Virginia, where Radford is located, has a very strong and significant Scottish influence. And so that's actually how we got our mascot, the Highlander. And as you can see in my background above me, with the plaid right where the Radford University placard is, there's basically red tartan plaid kind of woven in all around our campus. And so something fun every year is that Radford University and the city of Radford come together to actually put on a traditional Highlander festival. So there are the traditional Highlander games. So you'll see men in their kilts throwing trees, doing, you know, all the traditional Highlander game things. There's lots of Scottish dancing, Scottish music, crafts. People come out for like arts and crafts, traditional Scottish crafts. So it's just a really neat part of our history that we come together with the community to celebrate every year. And in many ways, it kind of has taken the place of homecoming at Radford in many ways. Over the last few years, students are really, they love that. They come back for it, and they just share that tradition with their fellow students.
Okay, so I know that we're running like little low on time, so I'm gonna try to rush.
You're
through
fine,
this.
Rebecca.
Right across from campus, we have Elmwood Park, and at Elmwood Park, there's ice skating in the winter and food truck festivals in the summer, and there's concerts. And one of my favorite traditions is that when there's like a big concert, our students will go up to the top floor of our building. It's a tall building, 10 floors. They have an amazing view of campus, of Elmwood Park, of the concert, and it's just kind of like a large party, and they just kind of all hang out. And you know, college can be stressful sometimes, so it's like a really great way to de-stress, and that's definitely my favorite tradition that I've witnessed.
It's awesome. I love learning everyone's little tidbits of interesting historical facts, events, and just a little bit more about the spirit and experience for each campus. So thank you so much to, first of all of our presenters for sharing not just the facts and figures for our transfer students, but also your passion for the experiences in and out of the classroom. Thank you to everyone who's watching. We hope that you're inspired to check out these programs a little bit more after watching this by heading to their websites and connecting with the different representatives. So when you close your window, there'll be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback that you can provide. As this was just one of many sessions that were hosted by the Virginia College Fair for transfer students, we hope that you will go back and watch this presentation or see others that are going to be available and posted in about a week's time at the strivescan.com/Virginia website. Again, we thank everyone for spending time with us, and best wishes in your college search. Good night.